bentornati ragazzi, eccomi subito alle prese con qualche esercizio per la schiena. Avevo voglia di testare qualche macchinario, ma ben presto mi sono imbattuto in qualcuno di veramente forte. Il suo nome è Jeff ed è un arm wrestler di alto calibro che ci guiderà nel susseguirsi di una serie di esercizi volti al potenziamento dell'avambraccio e al conseguimento di una tecnica pulita per non farsi male ma generare forza necessaria a battere il proprio avversario. Ah, e ho problemi fortissimi con l'inglese.
Jeff Nicolson.
Thank you, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm from Edinburgh in Scotland.
It's a very nice country.
Very nice, very nice. A bit different to Dubai.
Yeah, sure.
But I've been in Dubai now for about 15 years, so I class Dubai as home.
Different country, yeah?
Very, very different, yes. But now we're coming out of summer in Tokyo. We're doing some arm wrestling training, working on some different muscles in the arm and the forearm, and working a bit of pronation today. Because arm wrestling is all about pronation.
Oh, we could start, no?
Of course,
yeah.
Of course, let's
Nice, let's go.
A nice lightweight to get started.
Yeah, lightweight to start.
So here we're just working on just cupping the wrist.
Yeah.
Just nice, easy, 10 reps to get started.
Yeah. Good.
How does it feel? You feel pumped?
Yeah.
Same exercise, but we're going through phase 1, which is cupping, and then phase 2 is just keeping everything nice and tight, nice and static, and just coming down to the
Yeah.
to the table.
Yeah.
So we're just working kind of isolation of one movement, and then we do the whole thing.
Yeah.
So down.
Yeah.
And you always get a bit of what's called release pain afterwards, which is when the tendon is really tight.
Yeah.
Then you release afterwards, and it just woof,
Yeah.
get a bit of pain. So we're changing from the kind of cupping and the wrist, just changing to a belt now. And the belt, we're going to use a little bit more pronation and just isolate a bit more of the thumb.
Yeah.
Because the thumb is very important in all right. You would never know. So here we basically just put a nice loop. Thumb goes through the loop. Straighten your arm, because you want everything to be straight in arm wrestling. And you want to pull back, and we're going to work pronation. So again, just really isolating.
Yeah.
Enough, you'll feel that a lot more right across this. That's good. So this one now, we're going to change just the table dynamic a little bit. Still keep the belt and the rope. We're going to go around the wrist, one wrap. And the idea of this one again is just kind of fighting to help strengthen your pronation. And what this is doing is this is fighting against your pronation, so it's fighting to open your wrist.
Yes.
So here we're trying to fight a lot more static and just little movements to fight that pronation. This one's very small movement, just concentrating on the beginning of the arm wrestling fight, making sure you try and keep your wrist in the right position. Hello everyone.
Just say hi.
Get ourselves nice and straight there, nice and high. There you go. And then just little rotation there. That's it. Just that, but don't go back any further. That's it there. Yeah. You feel that?
Yeah.
Little movement.
Yeah, I think that I need to.
Yeah, make it a bit lighter.
Yeah.
So let's move on to we're still doing the right hand. So right hand forward, give me a right hand. Camera might have to go down on the table so they can see.
Yeah.
So the whole idea about what we're practicing here with pronation is really the idea that the second that you lose your pronation is the second that you lose a lot of your leverage, and you can only really use one muscle. So when my hand is in this position, I'm really only defending with my bicep. So it's very easy for someone to kind of work on my bicep with their whole body. Again, if I can keep my pronation unlocked, I'm using my bicep, I'm using my arm, I'm using my lats, I'm using my whole body to stay in control.
Synergic being, yeah.
So very much technique. So the stronger you can be in the little muscles, the stronger you get to use your bigger muscles, basically. You'll feel the same if you're here, you probably feel very strong. If I'm in this position, you probably feel terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible because
there's nowhere to go.
I have no defense.
Yeah. I know, it makes a big difference. So that's why these little motions here with arm wrestling get you into much stronger positions to kind of access your strength, take away your opponent's strength. It's amazing how technical they can get.
Of course. Yeah.
However, it is a strength sport, so normally the bigger, stronger guy will win.
Yeah.
The legs and basic feet positioning, I guess. I'm a top roller, so I top roll, which basically means right leg, right arm. Left leg, it's pretty much giving you space for where you're going.
Yeah.
You've got to think about the fact that you have to make space for yourself to come down into this position, so you want to give yourself as much space as possible. Some people also like to have their legs underneath, which is fine, or some like to have them a lot further back. The most important thing is you don't get in your own way.
Yeah.
So as long as there's space and you can come down, you're in a much stronger position. I always like to think that when I see the professionals arm wrestle, they finish parallel to the table most of the time. Head finishes here.
Yeah.
Sometimes even lower. But again, most people think arm wrestling.
Yes.
But it's not, it's your whole body.
Yeah. You broke your arms.
Yeah. Best position. So what's next? Okay, now we've practiced on the pronation, let's actually practice what's called side pressure. So this time we're going over the hand, same position as before, into a good position, and then again we're just going to finish practicing down by the pin pad. Right the way down.
Yeah.
And then hold. Right the way down. And just practicing what we've just learned, making sure that our hand is straight, our wrist is straight. We don't want to be this position. I want to make sure that we're in a good starting position here, and then finish. And then I always like to hold for 2 seconds at the bottom.
Yeah.
Right.
The arms and all the little muscles are working in a different way.
We'll finish with this one for a little bit of table time. This one's nice and straightforward. This is just called back pressure. So again, what we're doing here is we're kind of just looping straight over the kind of knuckle in the hand, closing up, pulling back towards us, keeping our hand nice and straight.
Yeah.
Again, the last thing we want is opening our wrist all the time. So nice and straight, and then we're really just working this fist just across the body, straight backwards, using back muscles and the arm. And I think as well, you've got to think about arm wrestling as a tug of war. So you want to bring your opponent on your side of the table, it makes them a lot weaker, and makes being able to finish a lot easier. That's good, just a little bit slower, and just pause when you get it towards you.
Yeah.
Just pause slightly, there you go. Sort of feel that squeeze.